welcome everyone to our first module. Today we're going to talk about grip, stance, posture, basic moves, and athleticism. I got Taryn with me and Emily. We're really excited to learn the game of golf from the ground up. Every module builds on each other, and today we're going to start with our first one. Are you ready? Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is I'm going to give you a couple sticks. So weird, hey? Yeah, so weird. So I'm going to get one myself. First thing that we're going to do, why don't we line up on this line real quick here, just like that. So what I want you to do is, you snowboard, good, go on your snowboard. Take this stick in your hands, left hand on top, right hand underneath it. Doesn't matter yet if it's a perfect golf grip or not, just like that. I know you played a little bit golf before, so if it looks like golf grip, that's fine. So the first thing that we're going to do is, we're going to go into our somewhat of a golf putt. It doesn't have to be perfect yet, right? What we're going to do is straight arms. The stick to the right side, just like that, and we're going to squat a little bit like you're snowboarding and about to do 360. Right, just like that. Wonderful. Good. From there, follow me. What you're going to do is you're going to point the stick at the target on the other side. Perfect. Just like that. Good. Awesome. One more time. Into your snowboard to the right side. Good. And point at the target. Good. And as you're pointing to a target, feel like you're getting as tall as you can be. Right? Have you done a deadlift before? Kind of. Okay. It's just for the hip movement. Let's do this. Take your stick like this. Go to your hips. Good. Push your hips back like you're about to do a deadlift. Good. From there, do a deadlift, just like a regular deadlift. Perfect. Good. Now do a deadlift to a rotation, just like that. See how you're pushing the ground away, just like in a deadlift. Now take the stick again in your hand. Good. To the left, to your side, and then push the ground away. Deadlift to rotation point, like that. Absolutely. We want to use the ground later on to facilitate rotation. Perfect. Stick to the side, good, and push into the ground and jump up, just like a deadlift. Good, one more time. Make that a little bit more athletic even. So into the ground, good, and deadlift rotation. Beautiful. Nicely done. Good. That's the basic move. The next basic move is a little bit more athletic. We're going to throw this thing now as far as we can. So we're going to go here, and then point maybe one more time to get the feeling. And the next thing we're going to do, we're going to throw it as far as we can. And hold our ending position. Have a quick look how I hold my ending position. I'm having my elbows tight together, my arms are extended, and I'm fully upright. Okay? To the side and stop. Good. A little bit more into your right hip. Just go one more time. More down. Good. One more time, and then throw it. In order to get more control, you have to be committed to keeping the elbows tight together. And it's like you're letting the stick slide out of your hands. Okay? You're not throwing with your arms, you're throwing it with your hips. Like that. Good. So point one more time, both of you. Nice. Good. Beautiful. One more time. Do it together and throw. Beautiful. Love it. Straight throws. Good. Both of you have a little bit of a lateral move, which we call a sway. And both of you also have a little bit of a lateral move to the target side, which we call a slide. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to put these two sticks down now. By the way, you can find them at Rona or Home Depot, right? $3 each. And what we're now going to do is do the same exercise again, but we stay in our barrel. So what we need to do is stay in our barrel as you're throwing this, right? So you can see I slid a little bit forward there. On the backswing, just turn and then throw and stand up a little bit more and do not touch these sticks. We generally correct sways as a golf coach if it's more than 1 inch. So in other words, get really tight to it. Right? On the forward side, it's okay to have a little bit of a slide. Right? A couple inches is fine. But for now, just a visual that there's an obstacle here is plenty for you to not sway overly. Before we go, we point. Good. Oh, you touched it, Emily. Good. By the way, right now, Emily, you're doing too much of a golf swing already. I know. Just right now, just straight arms to the side. Good. Good. Point one more time to the target. There you go. Good. All right. I'm gonna have to. All right. Start throwing. Straight arms and throw with your hips. Much better. How about we tighten the gap a little bit between those two sticks? Good. Arms straight. Huh? 1 second. Good. Just keep it. There you go. Good. So you turn to here. Okay. Load on your snowboard. There you go. And then from there, throw it. Perfect. On your snowboard, push down into your right side. There you go, like a shot putter, right? Good. From there, push out of the ground and throw. Perfect. Good. Ground here, right? Nice and heavy. Good. And jump. Beautiful. Perfect. A bit of a sway and you lost the ground. You want to go into the ground. Good. And then push up. Very good, Emily. That was the move. That was awesome. Yeah, see, it's like you're about to like wanting to jump from the right leg. Okay, that was perfect there. Yeah. The more you push down and up, the less you will slide right and left. And now, what I want you to do is start sending it. And we got the basic moves. I'm a firm believer that speed and force creates the right movements in golf, right? So, as soon as you're into your loaded position, send it as far as you can. Send a world record in stick throwing. It's a new sport that I invented. Nice! Good. That movement definitely came from your hips, from your legs, right? And then the arms just come on forward. That was perfect. Let's go to the next step. Awesome. So the next thing is we're going to use these ropes. Love these ropes. In my opinion, it's the best golf tool for beginners to learn the basic moves and create immediate athleticism for your golf swing. It's a PVC pipe, some hockey tape, and a rope. 25 bucks at Home Depot, Rona. You build it together, watch a little MacGyver, and then you got it, right? So we're going to do the same thing now. In your hands, please. All right. Again, similar to a golf grip. Snap, perfect. There you go. And what we're going to do is go into that position again where you had your stick in the first time. Good, perfect. And from there, this is much more heavy now. You have to pull much more strength out of your body and push the ground even more away. Now, send that rope as far as you can. It's like you're a fisherman with straight arms and you're throwing that fishing net out as far as you can. No. Good. Beautiful. Okay, let's do that a couple times in a row. Have you done the battle ropes in the gym before? No? Yes? Good. Same thing, right? And throw it. Very good. A couple times in a row. Like no pause right now. Good. Avoid the sticks. Beautiful. Good. Push. Emily, love it. Nicely done. Awesome. Good. Next, off to the next step. That was so perfect. So now what we're going to do, go into your straight arms again. And what we're now going to do is we're going to take this rope and waggle it back and forth a little bit from the core. A lot of people use their wrists only, right? So don't use your wrists at all. The movement comes from here. And just create these little snake-like effects. Perfect. Good. After 4 or 5 of those, you decide to go into your backswing again with those straight arms, and then you send it. Good. So snakes first. Little ones first, as fast as you can. Very good, Emily. Good, very good turn. It's faster, 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 back and forth. And half backswing. And send it. Beautiful. That was amazing. Creating more force now, right? Emily, you're about to rip the peck out of the ground there. Yeah. Couple more times, everyone. Not with the wrist too much, Taryn. There you go. Arm. Yeah. You want to use your core, your glutes, your core, everything. Good. And then halfway back, and then you send it. Beautiful. Both of you are losing all the lateral moves right now. You're getting more and more rotary and using the ground way better. Good job. And send it. Beautiful. And then if you time it right, because you send more kinematic energy this way, if you time it right, and if you then change its direction, that rope will be slinging like to the outside of the soccer field, right? So one more time, couple of snakes, easy peasy. And then what we're going to do, the moment you decide to swing it back, like rip it back a little bit and then immediately change the direction. Good. Stiff arms and then send it back. One more time. Good. And send it back fast. Nice. Exact. That's okay. That's okay. But I can see that your whole body is kicking in so much better on the forward swing side because it has to come up with more force because the backswing is faster. Let's do it one more time. Good. Just do a 3 and send it back fast. Good. Nice. Look at these ropes flying now. It's amazing. Okay, snakes. And on 1, you go back, okay? Okay. 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Do it again. Okay, what we're realizing here right now is probably that you're creating more and more force with your body, but the energy doesn't go all the way throughout the system. It cuts off somewhere, right? So here's where it cuts off. Your fingers should be tightening a little bit. We need more grip pressure, and we need more shoulder girdle strength. So like, pull your shoulders down and back. This tension in your shoulders will actually help you to control this more force, okay? So one more time. 1. So 3, 2, 1. Send it back. Tighten up. Nicely done. Beautiful. Emily, one more time. Keep your arms straight. Yeah, one more time. Fast back, swing, tighten shoulders and grip. Good. 3, 2, 1. Fast back and rip it. Beautiful. That was basically our introduction to kinematic energy, sequencing, efficiency, and that's how we're going to smash the golf ball eventually, right? This is so important, and we can clearly see in slow motion that you have some fantastic golf moves already that look like LPGA Tour players right away. It really does. So let's talk a little bit about our posture, right? Posture at setup and posture at the end of a backswing. I really like the best thing that I think I can do for creating good feels for posture is using junior golf coaching analogies. They're fun, they're easy to understand, and yeah, why not keep it simple, right? Okay, perfect. So what we're going to do is we're going to hold the stick in front of our upper body, and one hand goes on our tummy, one goes to our sternum. Perfect, just like that. Good. Make sure it's like the end of the stick is right there. Good. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a tail. Right? There you go, because that's our hip hinge. That's so funny. Create a tail. Yeah. So I want to show some real quick. Create a tail one more time. Taryn? Good. So what I want to point out here is different postures and pelvis position. Right now, Taryn's got a little bit of an S posture, which means she's got too much stress on her lower back, and right? Is that your natural thing?
Yep.
Okay. And then we look over here. It's better, but there's also a little bit too much lower. Yeah, there's a lot of stress here on the lower body. And then not only is that not the best scenario for you to start rotating your T-spine, but also long-term, long-term stress on the lower back for golf is no bueno. I don't want you to get injured if you fall in love with this game, which you will with this course. You want to play for a long time. We want to take stress away from the lower body. So let's try different analogies. I'll do it one more time. So I create my tail, right? And right now we have this bit of an arch. You see that, right? If you have done yoga or other physical exercises that make you control your pelvis, you probably could just feel like your belt buckle is just coming up like that, right? If you can't, I have a solution for that. So try doing that right now. So just literally go from an arch position and get your belt buckle up like that. Perfect. You feeling your tummy now more? Perfect. We need to have tension in our tummy in our setup. Perfect. So now we can see it's nice and flat here, more relaxed, and you have more tummy attention, right? Are you riding a broomstick or is that something else? No, bluebirds. Okay. All right. So let's assume we have some customers of this video that don't have that core control. I can trick you into it. Let's go on our back real quick like this. And what I want you to do is, this is nice and dry today, which is good. What I want you to do is go into a regular position like this, heels relatively close to your butt line, and all you want to do is like you're doing a little bit of a mini crunch. Just like that, just lift your head like this. Perfect. Good. What does it do? Sucks you in, gives you the tummy's tension. Good. Now stand back up and create the same feel. Create the same feel like you're crunching. Right. So right now you got the creating the tail again. Good. And then just lift your head a little bit like this on the floor, and then see if your lower back. Perfect. And then get that tummy tension. Perfect. It's now the lower back is expanding. And again, if we have a stable pelvis, stable abdominals, then the T-spine wants to rotate freely. That's how it works. Perfect. T-spine, what's the T-spine? The T-spine is the upper half of your spine. The lumbar spine is the lower half.
We're like, sure. T-spine.
Yeah. Yeah. So the lumbar spine wants to be locked, hence the abdominal activation, and then your T-spine, the next segment says, cool, I'm free to move. If your lumbar spine is locked, then your T-spine, if your lumbar spine is unengaged, then your T-spine wants to lock, and then we cannot rotate. Perfect. Next step, cross your arms. Taryn, you want to turn around real quick? So you like facing this way again. Good. So now we're going to cross our arms, and what we're then going to do is like from our setup position, which was creating a tail and tummy tight. Perfect. I want you to rotate the stick to exactly 90 degrees. The other way, in your backswing, my bad. Yeah, 90 degrees. Good. A little bit more turn. Perfect. So 90 degrees, the same with you, Emily, a little bit more turn. Perfect. Good. Now what's important to know is as you're turning, beautiful already, you two, because we have good posture set up, you're turning right away nicely. We want to turn, so however much forward bend you have, get about 40 degrees, right? So that's 0, that's 45, a little more 40. As you're turning to 90 degrees, which is exactly here, good, you want to have the same amount of side bend. So right now, I want your left shoulder to go a little bit lower, the other way around. Turn more down. Perfect, like that. Good. Same for you, Emily, a little bit more tilt. Just like that. Good. And then pretend there's a golf ball sitting here with your chin. See that? Just keep looking at the ball. Perfect. Now go one more time into your setup position. And again, good, tummy tight. Good, now turn to 90 and turn your left shoulder down. Good, and keep your head in the ball. Perfect. Couldn't look any better. Good, one more time, turn, good, tummy tight, good, and turn to 90, and then left shoulder down, exactly. Beautiful. A lot of people lose their posture, just do it one more time. I'll show you real quick what a lot of people do. A lot of people, so tummy tight, forward, a lot of people lose their posture in the backswing, which means some people have then too much left shoulder height. There you go. Yeah, and then you're not torquing up enough, right? So one more time, tummy tight, left shoulder goes down to the right shoe. Perfect. Yeah, and that's a cool partner exercise, and I want you to, because you're friends, Taryn, come over here real quick. All right, so what you're going to do is you're going to give her about 40 degrees. That's 0, that's 40, right? Like that. And then as Emily is turning to 90, good, then she's going to, perfect, look at that. And she's loading up like that too, right? Beautiful. Do it one more time. Pretend there's an imaginary golf ball there. There you go, turn to 90 and tilt your left shoulder down 45. Couldn't look any better. It's simple, right? And 45. Same thing, pretend there's a golf ball down here. Good, love it. One more time. Good, love it. Good. Perfect, good. That's the backswing feel and the setup. That's all we need to know for now. Wonderful, good. Okay, so that's the basic move for setup and posture. So that's the basic move for setup and torso positions at the end of the backswing. If you got those two right, it's pretty simple to create a golf swing. Now we need one more position, and that's our ending position. Right? I want to quote Rory McIlroy's coach here. He once said we should teach people the most perfect ending position on every athlete, whether perfect, like the most perfect athlete or so-so athlete, doesn't matter, but over time you're going to figure out how to get in that ending position in a very efficient manner. If you know exactly where you need to go, I promise you're not going to detour there very long. You know exactly where to go, just like the body figures that out. So it's a really cool way to teach the movements throughout the strike, which is not only the rope, but also by giving you a clear picture what the ending position looks like. You will have easy golf swing and optimized golf swing throughout. Let's discuss a couple key points of this specific ending position, okay? If you had a belt buckle on like me, the first key point is like the belt buckle. If there's a laser coming out, point it at the target. Right? So just point your hips at the target. Perfect. Good. Now, love that. Weight on the left side. Right? Can you, and then in order to kind of give you an indication whether your weight is all the way on the left side, is can you lift your right shoe for a split second? Good. Right. Knees together. Yeah. Knees together. Can you lift your right shoe again? Good. Get as tall as you can, all the way up there. Good. Go and take the golf club in your hands. Right hand low. Perfect. Good. So next key point is that your hands are far away from the left ear. Good. And elbows tight together. And if you want, you can let the club then fold just like that. Perfect. Don't even do a backswing. Just go into your ending position again. Good. Knees together. Hands far away from the left ear. Elbows tight together. And let it fold a little bit like that. Belt buckles pointing nicely. Knees a little closer together, Emily. Good. Can you lift your right shoe real quick? Perfect. Love it. Good. Close your eyes real quick and imprint that into your mind. Perfect. Good. Now go one more time into your backswing. Sorry, in your setup. Now let's do a little bit of a half, hands a little bit lower. Let's do a core tight, Darren. Good. Let's do that half backswing again from here. Good. Now throw the rope and go into ending position. Good. And let it fold if you like. Perfect. One more time. Backswing. Good. To the side. Right. Throw the rope and ending position. Good. Fold. Beautiful, you two. Love it. Good. Let's do it faster and faster. Backswing. Good. And send it. Look at these golf swings. They look amazing. Good. Darren, I think what you could do a little bit is like, remember Inspector Gadget, the cartoon? Yeah. Good. So every single time you go into ending position, you try to push out your arms more and more. So go, Gadget arms every single time. Right now, it was good already. Just like, but kind of elongate your arms as far as you can. Love that. And yes, a little closer to the ear there, further away. Good. Still full. That's okay. There you go. Perfect. Nice. Yeah. Amazing. I should mention that in our posture as well. Good. And send it all the way. Beautiful. What a golf swing. Really good. Now, we need to incorporate the last piece. It's our full backswing position, right? And then next week we will start hitting some golf balls. Okay. So go into your setup one more time. All right. Tummy tight, belt buckle up. There you go. Good. Hands underneath the shoulders, which is here. Good. Now on the backswing, you might remember how we rotate, right? We turn the left shoulder down, right? So rotate halfway back. Good. Good. There you go. And then all we're going to do is look at the imaginary golf ball. There you go. All we do is we lift our hands. Good. Now go from there in our ending position into your ending position. Beautiful. And let your arms fold. Beautiful. Go into our first setup position again. There you go. Good. Backswing position. That's what I meant. And from there, all you really do is you set your wrists and lift your arms. Good. Perfect. Into your ending position again. All the way through. Beautiful. And fold. Good. So one more time. Remember our first exercise. We go to here. Nice. Then lift your arms, set your wrists. Good. Into your ending position. Good. Nice. And all the way through. Beautiful. Exactly. From there, you set your wrist. You want to use it as a lever. Perfect. And into your ending position. Beautiful. Yeah, and push more out, Taryn. Good. So, half backswing to the side. From there, wrist set and arm lift. The left shoulder stays down, like we learned before, and into your ending position. That was a lot of speed. Yeah. Good. Let's do that a couple of times again. So halfway back. Here you go. We set our wrists left shoulder down. Look at, yeah, good, good. Into your ending position and send it. Beautiful. Nice. Yeah, there you go. Perfect, and swing through. Perfect, love it. Well done, you two. So let's leave it as is. All right, we're going to practice that for a week, and then we go to the driving range next time. But before we go to the driving range, we need to have one more thing. It's our golf grip. That's so complicated when done right. But it's so helpful if we have a proper golf grip, everything becomes easy. There's so much athleticism built in your golf moves right away, but there's still a few steps we need to do before we start hitting golf balls. we need to make sure that we have a proper golf grip, right? And the golf grip, I put a lot of detail into golf grip because I think it's just so much easier to control the face later on, which means you won't hit it overly sideways, right? If you have a good grip, usually the club face behaves quite nicely, and that's what we need to control control direction, right? Okay, here's how I suggest building the grip every single time. And I still tinker with my grip every now and then, or I maintain it. The PGA Tour players, LPGA Tour players maintain the grip all the time and always check on it, right? Always, always, always practice your grip elevated. Never practice your grip and build your grip down here. Always build up here. It's just that way the wrist angles and some of like how the hands position themselves, it just happens naturally, right? So rest it on your belt buckle or stick in your belly button real quick, like so, and support your right hand just to the golf shaft like that. Good. And we start with our left hand. Our left hand, because I'm so tight to the body, my left hand naturally, as I'm gripping it, I'm just put the hand on it, right? Good. So what you want to see is a good 2 knuckles on the left hand side. So most people have the grip too much this way, right? But I want you to hold your hands more over here. It's really like twisted over like that. Good. And the thumb is on the spine or slightly to the right of the spine. All right? Good. Perfect. Pressure point wise, your thumb is, what we call this as a long thumb. Can you snug up the thumb a little bit and just write it up a little bit like that? Perfect. Good. And then the pressure point should be not on the fingertip, it should be on the joint, just like that. And turn it over a little bit more like this. It's almost like the fingernails coming up, right? You see that? Good. Feel that muscle activated here? Perfect. Good. Awesome. There you go. On the side, and then raise the fingernail up a little bit, just like that. Feel that muscle? Yes. Good. Absolutely. Perfect. Now, one thing you need to pay attention to, come over here real quick. Okay. As you practice your golf grip, right now, this is not square, right? So we need to make sure the club is absolutely straight down. That way you can practice your golf grip. This is a very old club, quite from the 60s, just so you know. There you go. There you go. Hands move over. Perfect. So that would conclude the left hand. Yeah. Perfect. Oh, this is perfect right here. I like what's going on here with Taryn. My old golf coach always said long lines, good golfers. Right, you can see here, she's got a very long line. Perfect. Love that. Fingernail up. Perfection. Good. Same thing here a little bit, Taryn. Your club face is a little bit closed. Open it up a little bit. Perfect. Now it's absolutely square and perpendicular to the ground. Awesome. Let's go into the right hand. So the left hand is now glued to the club. We're going to use our right hand. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to use our right hand's lifeline and put it on top of the thumb, like that. The thumb, yes, exactly. Good. Now we're going to grip down, and then now there's a couple options. Most PGA Tour players have a so-called overlapping grip, so your right index finger overlaps the left, the right pinky overlaps the left index finger. Now, my hands are a little bit too big for this. I prefer interlocking. So, exactly. So, yeah, like this. So we could overlap, which is a common grip on the tour, but how Tiger Woods and Jack Nicklaus, for example, left index finger and interlock those two. Perfect. That should be a little bit more comfortable, right? Good. So, what we need to know about the right hand's grip is the left hand thumb is on the spine, the right hand thumb is not on the spine. It's sitting on the side, and we're creating this little bit of a V situation here. Perfect. Same thing here again, the pressure point is more on the joint, right? It's not too much on the fingertip like that, it's more on the joint. Good. And the right index finger comes down a little bit like that and it wraps it around like that. Here again, that muscle is activated. Perfect. And last but not least, you want to feel like you're wringing out the towel a little bit, which is a little bit of that situation. Okay? Now wring it out a little bit like that. Perfect. That's the most perfect golf grip. And if you just get a little closer to your tummy again this way, and then from there wring it out, that's perfect. Good. Awesome. Now, create that tail again. Good. Core tight. A little wider stance. Good. Good. Good, create a tail, good. Now forward bend, awesome. Then last one is just let your arms hang all the way down, just like that. Good, and we've got golf posture, perfection. Yeah. Let's do it again. We're just going to repeat it a couple of times. So one more time. Go through a whole motion. Left grip. Perfect. Index finger. Wrap it a little bit more around this way. Good. Relax your right shoulder, left shoulder a little bit. Perfect. Good. Maybe just bring it a little lower. Perfect. Good. Put the right hand on top. Are you interlocking as well? Yes. Well done. So good. So again, opposed to the right, opposed to the left thumb, which is on the spine. The right thumb sits to the side. Good. And nice. And you wrap that index finger around already nicely. There's a pressure point here, right? So there's a good connection point. Good. Last but not least, we're going to wring out the towel a little bit like this. Right? Good. And perfect. Now, keep the grip. So weird. Keep the grip. Bum back. Create that tail. Good. Love it. Core tight. Yeah. Good. Let your arms hang. And then, et voila. You look like a perfect golfer with a perfect grip. One thing a little bit real quick. We want to make sure that these 3 fingers touch the grip.
Okay.
All right? There you go. Love it. Perfect. Index finger, thumb, and feel that pressure point. This is perfection. Perfect. Go to your tummy. Right hand supports the club. Left hand in. Good. Short thumb. There you go. Hike the thumb up a little bit. Like this. Like this.
Oh,
There you go.
this.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, like lift it.
Yeah, there you go. Good. Good. Right hand on top. Index finger wraps in there. Perfection. Now, bum back. Good. Core tight. Let your arms hang like your orangutan. Perfect. Club drops down. And you got the most perfect posture. Look at you. Super Taryn. Let your arms hang a little bit more like your orangutan. Good. And Taryn, the core, tummy. Perfect. Look at that. That's amazing. Now, we're going to go in that posture again. We're going to do a couple swings and hold our finish, and then that concludes our lesson for today. Build your grip. Now the girls are on their own. Eventually the golf coach becomes obsolete. This is why this program is good. Good. Build your grip. Nicely done. Good. Bum back, everyone, please. Good. Awesome. So let's do it in a couple of steps. Golf swing to the side like we're throwing the stick. Just that one. Good. Lift your arms, set your wrists. Lift your arms, set your wrists. And just in your finish. Just go in your finish. You have the most perfect positions. Swing all the way through in your finish now. Look at that. Good. One more time. Hands up. Wrist, set your wrists. Into your finish. Look at that. One more time. Okay. Okay, to the side. Good. Wrists up, lift, into your finish. Wow. Y'all are not beginners anymore. You lost your balance on the first one, right? And balance, in my opinion, is muscle tension. Either you have it, either you don't have it, or you have it, right? So pretend you're a gymnast in the Olympics, and how do they land a trick? Like a lot of tension, right? So we'll do the same thing again. Side, up, finish, and when you go into a finish, tighten every muscle that you have, okay? I want you to become a frozen statue when you do that. Good. Build your grip. It's okay, it'll come. Good. Good. So, stick to the side, lift, and stick your finish. Good. One more time. When you stick your finish, hands further away from the left ear, elbows a teeny tiny bit tighter. Okay. To the side, lift, and stick your finish, elbows tight. Good. One last swing, send it, and again, just so you know, the harder you swing, the harder you need to hit the brakes, the harder you need to stick your landing. Okay. So backswing, up, and stick your finish. Let's go.
Oh my God.
You're gonna get used to that. Well, thank you so much, too. That was so good. That was so good. And that concludes the first module. And next time we're going to use that golf swing and learn striking skills, how to hit the golf ball off the ground. The third module will be how to hit the golf ball off the tee.